they going right now. They're looking at Schroeder. You know what I'm saying? I think Schroeder would be a good pickup. It'd be better than Russell Westbrook at point guard. I can tell you that for sure. Just off of pure turnovers and bad three point shots and just bad shot selection overall. Like, you get a younger player, you can get some more years out of him. You know what I'm saying? You just get a more of a team player. So I can take Schroeder, right? They're looking at Schroeder in the deal. They're looking at Bogdanovich in the deal. I love Bogdanovich, dog. Like, his game is, he got a nice, sweet game. Like, he's a taller guard. So, yeah, I mean, he can guard taller guards. He's not so good guarding smaller guards. Yeah, I mean, the quick guys who can, get around you and, yeah, I mean, also got the 3-point shot, so you got to play for that too. So if they got that type of advantage over a guy with, I don't want to say slow feet, he just can't keep up with the smaller guards. That's just the bottom line. But like I said, a bigger guard, like a guard his size, that's just going to try to more so body up, and they used to taking advantage of little guards. They can't do that to Bogdanovich because, yeah, I mean, he can hold his own weight when it comes down to battling with the big guards on the defensive end. Obviously, on the offensive end, you know what I'm saying, he can knock down threes. He can also get to the basket. He can stretch the floor for the Lakers who need a stretch guy. They obviously needed more three-point shooters. So Bogdanovich can definitely help the Lakers in that aspect, right? And shit, he not like he can do a little bit of playmaking. He can do a little bit of everything on the offensive end. You know what I mean? Sometimes he gets to the basket. You know what I mean? When he gets to the basket, he can finish. Obviously, he can shoot free throws. He doesn't turn the ball over a ton. So we can definitely use him, right? Also, they was looking at Buddy Hield, another guy who can stretch the floor. Yeah, I mean, he could put the ball on the floor. I would love to see him put the ball on the floor much more. You know what I'm saying? Just like a Klay Thompson. Klay, like right before he had got hurt, he was definitely starting to get into the paint. A lot like how Steph Curry is. Steph Curry is getting into the paint a whole lot. Especially this past season, was getting into the paint a whole lot more than earlier on in the season or earlier on in his career. Same thing with Klay Thompson before he got hurt. He's not as agile anymore, so you know what I'm saying, he might stick to just staying out on that 3-point line. But Buddy Hield is a young player. He can, you know what I mean, it's such a weapon. His 3-point shot is such a weapon that they're going to bite at any pump fake. You know what I'm saying? So if they're going to bite, you got to be able to get into that paint a whole lot more. You know what I'm saying? You got the body for it if you ask me. Maybe if you start getting into the paint more, you may not have as long longevity, but maybe you can just, I don't know. Who knows, right? You know what I mean? You might it don't matter. The bottom line is he needs to get into the paint more. Obviously, his jump shot is deadly at 40% over his entire career. And only thing is we're going to need him to play some more defense, right? He's used to playing for a losing team, so they got that losing mentality that, they don't play defense. You know what I mean? You're coming from the Kings. If you're on a losing team, a lot of times you don't take defense to pride. You're just trying to get your buckets. You're trying to get your points. And you're trying to say, shit, we lost, but at least I got mine. And you know what I mean? And you got to be like that in the NBA because you're playing for contracts. You're playing for money. So you got to be like that to some sense. But obviously, if he comes into the Lakers where it's a winning culture and he knows he has a shot to win an NBA title, then I think that can change his mindset a whole lot, just like any other player, or for the most part, any other player, because we thought that was going to be the case with Russell Westbrook, and obviously that's not the case, right? But a guy like Buddy Hield, a younger guy who definitely looks up to LeBron James, and obviously they already seen what they was able to accomplish, like I said, in the bubble. So, like, it's just an effort thing. Only thing you got to do is come in, play good defense, and give effort. And I think Buddy Hield would definitely do that. You know what I'm saying? He'd be a good fit for the Lakers. Like I say, not known for his defense, but we can get him to play some D. And also Miles Turner, another guy they was looking at. Miles, excellent player, right? He can protect the rim. Not only can he protect the rim, but he can knock down a three-point shot here and there, right? So he can stretch that floor out just a little bit. He's probably been working on his jump shot over the summer. He seems to be a hard worker, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if he was working on his jump shot over this past summer, just like he probably has over the a few past summers, just because we already seen him make a jump in that area, right? When Miles Turner came into the league, he couldn't shoot a 3-point worth of lick. If he shot a 3-point jump shot, he probably would have got yanked out the fucking, yanked out the game. But now he's shooting them more and more as the league, moves into the 3-point jump shot more, right? So he knows he has to adjust his game, and he's doing just as he need to. So, like I said, he can protect the rim. He can stretch the floor out a little bit for the Lakers, right? He has a high motor. He plays hard. He gives 100% effort, and those type of things matter. When you're trying to build a championship team, because you got it. Like you need guys to play their role, and he's an excellent role player, and he can bring a lot to the table when it comes down to the Lakers making a real finals push, right? Then you got Anthony Davis, right? Obviously, we need him to come back and be great. You need him to come back and be the best player in the league, a top 5 player at least, right? Because over the past couple of years, he has not been that. Obviously, he hasn't been on the floor a ton. You know what I'm saying? And when you're not on the floor, you can you can't really catch that rhythm and flow to really, get to your peak, right? I understand that. But he has to also take the initiative to work on his body, which I think he has been doing over the summer, right? Or as he says, because he did say that for a minute. He said he didn't touch a basketball after the season, and then after that, we got another message out there saying that he's been working nonstop since he said that. So, I definitely expect improvement from AD, and improvement is getting back to that Anthony Davis that he was in New Orleans, but just smarter and obviously more fine-tuned than that when he was a younger player. He's much older. He's won a championship now. I'm pretty. He's made more money. He's gotten the sauce from LeBron. So he has to take advantage of all of these things that he has around him and execute right now. Like he has to. Like his stock in the NBA is going down a lot, right? And then another thing is, Derwin has to have the fucking balls to make him play the 5. He has to play the 5. He has to play the 5. Yo, we got 3s, 4s playing the 5 nowadays. There is no 5. We only have maybe 5 true 5s in the league right now, right? Obviously, Embiid, obviously, Jokic, Drummond, he's pretty much out the league. Guys like that, guys like Drummond is pretty much out the league. You understand what I'm saying? Like, these guys aren't, that was a significant player on the team once upon a time. Now you just got Joel, Jokic. I know I'm missing a few, but the bottom line is, right, you got guys like PJ Tucker playing the 5. Do you understand me? Like, he's a 4, if not really a 3. You understand what I'm saying? You got Draymond playing the 5 nowadays. He's a 3. In all actuality, when you're talking about his height, right? He's really a 3. He's no taller than 6'6", right? Obviously, he played the 4 his whole life, was an undersized 4, and now he's not even an undersized 5. Like, a 5, you're good at 6'6", at playing the 5, as long as you're physical. If you're physical and you're playing hard, bro, you can play the 5. And he has to play the 5 because he just destroys the entire. Let's put it like this. He's not a good enough shooter. If he was like a KD shooter, then he could play the 4. If he could shoot the ball like KD, then he could play the 4. But when you can't shoot the ball like that, you can't have you at the 4, then LeBron at the 3, and then a true big man at the 5. That means both the 1 and the 2 got to be knockdown shooters. You understand what I'm saying? Or even if you playing like LeBron at the 1, you got to have your 2 and your 3 be knockdown shooters. Now, if you get a Bogdanovich and you get a Bogdanovich and a Buddy Hield, right? All right, maybe we can make that happen, right? Now we can, maybe that can fit. But at the end of the day, AD has to play the 5. When they won the chip in the bubble, AD played a whole lot at the 5. That's just because that's where we need him at. That's where we need him at. You can't play with 2 bigs nowadays. Unless if AD is going to be, you understand what I'm saying? Like, he has to be more of a guard. Like, the 4 spot is a guard. It's a guard spot now. It's not a big spot. You understand what I'm saying? It's 4 guards, 1 big. And AD, although he can put the ball on the floor, although he can shoot, he got a nice little jump shot, he's not a guard. You know what I'm saying? He's not a guard. He has some guard qualities, but he's not a guard. KD, standing at 7 foot tall, even though he's 7 foot tall, he's a guard. He doesn't just have guard qualities. He's a guard. Anthony Davis is not a guard. You know what I'm saying? He's a 5. He's gotta stay put where he is, man. That's my take on it. Drop a comment in the comment box. Like, subscribe. It's Take Takes, man. We out here. Let's get it.